Hey y'all, welcome back to our next segment. We have our cactus on here and got it all painted, and I need to figure out what I want to do next. And what do we want to do next? There's the picture's kind of speaking to me. I don't know if you see this dark area right here. I think I want to put like a headband under there. We're gonna go for that. How about that? So let me get my stuff going. I'm gonna use the peacock teal. I love that color from Deco Art. I'm gonna use that. And I'm pretty sure I want a headband in there. It's not going to show much because I want a big flower here for sure. One of those big cactus flowers right there. And so let's just go ahead and paint it in and see what we think. Oh, let's see. Let me get my rag. Let's just do a light coat. Really not going to see much of this at all, so let's just block it in. And let's go right like that. That might be pretty cool underneath all this, peeking through this turquoise color. Okay, since I got a flower right that's going, I know definitely right there. I'm going to darken this part up. Let me get my hair dryer. I got it really wet. Dry. I need it to dry for my next little step I want to show you. There it goes. Okay. Now that we got that dry, I think that would be pretty cool. Now, you're not going to really see her ear, so I'm not worried about her ear because, like I said, I want those big cactus orange flowers right there. So, what I did to help figure out, just exactly where I want things. I mean, I could take a piece of chalk like I showed y'all earlier and paint, take my chalk and draw and this and that, but sometimes it's just not good enough for me. So I am going to take some tracing paper and lay over this. And this is what I came up with. So this is just a tip for you that if you're not sure about something, take your tracing paper. And as you can see, I put a flower here. And I want these kind of grass, desert grass come out here. So you see right there that the headbed's not going to show that much right there. And then I've got a flower that's coming out here, which would be coming out from underneath that big flower. But I'm going to go ahead and put it in, and it's right here. I guess some kind of succulent. I'm going to have one right here, but it's not going to be the same kind. This is where I think it's called mule's tail. There's some kind of succulent that'll kind of trail down right in here. And there's a flower that's got these cute little, it's kind of scrawny looking, but it's got some real pretty desert flowers on it right in here. So I might put that right in there. And I've got a twig, because you see a lot of dead twigs out there, and another twig right here. I might have another twig come on out here. So you see how I'm just building her headpiece. So I'm gonna use my tracing. I've got my tracing paper. I'm going to use my carbon paper and put underneath it, and I'm going to trace this on there. Well, I'm going to trace part of it on there. I'm not going to trace all of it on there. I just like to do a little bit at a time when I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do a piece. So a tip, when you are trying to use a tracer on canvas, it's good to have something hard to go up underneath it, because of this area it wants to give, and it doesn't, it won't. Once you pull your carbon paper out, you've done all that work and your image is not there. So let's just take this and put it under here. And see, it's hard, it's not given. So when I run my pencil over or whatever, boy, I shook the table on that one, didn't I? And I'm just going to go in, you need to bear down a little bit. Or you can use a stylus to do this. But go in and take parts of your drawing and just kind of, give a general idea of where it might be. And I got a piece that's coming out here. Got a stem there, a stem there. I'm not going to do them totally. I'm just getting an idea. I need some grass here. I'm going to go ahead and kind of get an idea of where those grasses are. And then I might come in and put this piece in. I'm not for sure. I might take another one of those cactus flowers and put it maybe up in here somewhere. I'm not sure yet. So this is what I'm sure about. So this is what we're going to go for. Hopefully I'll press down hard enough. Yes, I can see. Yeah. I know y'all probably can't see it, but I can see it here because it's faint, but you don't want it. I probably need to get me some more carbon paper too. I use that piece over and over, but it's giving me an idea of what I want. And then I've got my tracer that I can put up in front of me, and I can always refer back to it. So there's our little tip. And I see, let me see. Okay, one of these plants I looked up had a lot of purple in it, and it was this one right here. Let me mix some color up, and we mix the pink, the bright magenta, and the peacock teal. There's some purple right there when I mix the two. Instead of finding another purple, I use the colors I've got, then that way it'll be a lot better. It just works better. Let's get a little more of this in there. Almost turned blue on me too. There we go. So I want it to come out here. I don't like this brush, but that's okay. We're going to work with it. And these don't go directly beside each other. They were. Now I can bring some of this pink back in there. And model it in. So we kind of added a new color of interest right there. So I could do another one up here. I need a better brush, but here we go. We are going to go for it. And some of this stuff out there is real scrawny, so it doesn't have to, you know, be real full. I'll put that pink in there. Like that. Okay. I'm going to use a little bit of the brown in the stem. Let me get a better pointy brush. That was probably one of the brushes I left sitting in the water, doing that no thing, or not putting my tools up at night. Let's see. Well, where did I put that? I must have washed my favorite brush. It's probably in there in the sink. Well, let's just take the liner brush right here and use what's in front of us. I'm going to add a little bit of brown going up through the middle of those. I can come back and put darker in if I want to. Kind of made that a little too straight coming out right there. Wish I'd curved it a little bit more, but that's okay. The stem was really thick on this thing too. Here we go. Put a little white highlight in it too. Is there enough white? Okay. Here's the brush I want to use. I'm going to go back in here. And darken this up. And I'll lighten the top up right there. I'm going to add a little white in. Let me take this down. Yeah, so that glitter in the glass right there. This might not be so bad. have a glass palette over here I use a lot of. I love it. It's wonderful for cleaning. You just spray it with wet and take a razor blade like you do when you're painting the house, one of those razor blades, and scrape it off. So satisfying when it comes up. Okay. Now it's going to be darker underneath there. So we're just taking this and creating. Okay, let me move this out from under it so I can move my canvas around. I'm going to bring it this way. I'll try and get a smooth line right here. You know, this headdress, I mean, if you didn't want to put flowers and stuff out, more flowers in here, you could put, like, let's see, I have a stencil that has like Indian designs on it, and you could do something like that. Let's turn it around. You know, if you could do something, you could use something like this or do your own type of Indian design. That would be kind of cool if it went down through there. Well, we can go back. If I want to do something like that, I can go back and put it in. We will see. Let's work on our plants right here. Okay. There was another one of those cactus things, but it's a little bit greener. Cactus are so neat. This amazes me, all the little spikes on them, though. Let's see if this is going to be dark enough right there. Nope. Let's see. I need to come up with another green that'll work right there. Why don't we just go with that green? Let's see if this will work. It's still not going to show out. Let's use some yellow in there. Or we could use more white. I think I like the white. Yes. Then it'll contrast off of what's underneath it. So I used, well, go back, I used the blue peacock stuff, the magenta, some of the yellow, and then I used the white to make that, right? Okay. I had a little bit more blue in it. Add a little more blue. The more you use your colors like this, the more colors you learn you can make. So you're not always looking around for a color. You're you already got it in front of you, just using the colors that you have. Okay, this one had like this crazy, and I had one right there in the middle too. Guys, I just had company to pull up, so I'm gonna have to go off of here. And I'm gonna highlight a little more. so you can see it. I'm just brushing the white in there. I'll take it on in. I'll even put a third one right there. So there we go. So remember, when you start something, don't be hesitant to use your tracing paper to put over the top of it. Just pour it and draw out what you think instead of just painting it in. Now, a lot of times I do paint it in. It just depends on my mood and everything. But I want it balanced. So that's why I'm using this technique. I use this technique a lot, trying to figure things out, and it helps. So it gives you a visual of what's going on. But I'll be back in the next segment. Number 5, we'll be painting some more on her. See you later.